Take two.
No.
Of course, there's no sound because I forgot to unmute it after we came off a break. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, that is my bad. All right, so let me know if there's any other further challenges on sound. Can you all hear me? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I know the party can hear me. All right.
My tweets and shit.
Why does it sound like somebody's doing dishes in the background?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
I'm like, that is not the ambience I selected. I specifically went after chains, water dripping, and creepy noises.
Alistair's is actually running a Denny's.
Okay, so they all hear us? Perfect. So, I was saying, welcome back to the third and final session of Arcturiadoom, level 14 of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, here on Variant Rolls. We've got some great stars returning with us this week, and some original stars from the first session coming back with us for an ultimate cast this week. We're going to have an expert player, unlike any of the other games that were all four players. We have we're running a 5-player wrap up here, which is awesome. Special thank you out to Dan Gaston for throwing together an overlay at the last minute to get us set to run. Oh my God, are you guys excited? I'm excited. You know why? I know why I'm excited.
Don't want to die.
I'm excited because you guys made a deal with a Rakshasa, and then 2 of you just bamfed out, and then 2 others stepped in and took the place, and like, everybody kind of plays. I kind of remember this. No way that Rakshasa used modified memory on the party at all, but suddenly here you are, confronted, 2 of you waking up in chains, wrapped atop the chest of an enormous, and I mean enormous, we're talking 50 plus feet tall, laying on its back at present, possibly inoperable, maybe, or it's just slumbering, you're not really sure, a giant Mecha Hallister. I am super stoked about that because I want to see it go trudging through the streets of Waterdeep and exact vengeance upon that. Never mind, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Dragon Heist was lots of fun.
Oh, no.
There's no animosity to Waterdeep at all. I want my gold, Hallister. Who else is mad? Come on. Totally stole all our gold. All right,
He's
so.
just like happy.
But we, you know, we've got you guys back now, right? We just got to fight through this. Oh, is that another fire giant? Oh, that's never good.
It's fine.
I mean, the last fire giants, they weren't that scary, but I mean, this one's barking orders like she's in charge. I mean,
It's okay. Bunny will nuke it again. It's all good.
yeah, I mean, fire giant. Fire giant's a fire giant's a fire giant, right? I mean, even when it's got a name, when you have named NPCs, they don't get any special treatment or anything like that. So, we're
Emberosa, that's really Ember. Oh, okay. All right.
I love it.
So, we're going to go ahead and take a jump over here. If you take a look at the battle mat towards the center right of your screen, you can see here the party as they are facing off with a lovely, lovely fire giant right there to the right of the screen. Her name is Emerosa. She is wielding a big, I'm talking Volkswagen bug-sized hammer. And she's been clanging away at this Mecha Hallister for days. And here you come in, killing her hobgoblin army. And what do you use, like, got some fangs sunk into this thing? Like, it's lunchtime? Like, what is going on with that? That's our favorite commander. And then, you know, really, you're just interlopers here in the dungeon anyways. I think it's time that if you want something done, you got to do it. You got to do it yourself, right? So Emperosa comes charging into the room, sees what you're about, and we're jumping directly into combat this week.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Ready, set, roll initiative.
I mean, you guys have got the ability to run away, right? I mean, there was an intuition that told you to run the other way before this door ever opened, right? So it was supposed to be a good idea.
Well,
Someone was hungry.
So everybody brought an extra character, right?
Absolutely.
yes. Yes, I did.
I know Tim did.
I have one that I can roll quickly.
Yeah, I will hit the random generation button in a second.
Oh no. Well, you are now playing a level 13 bard. You have the following spells memorized. Yeah, mending. Oh no.
Offer
That's
to
useful.
join her in building the thing. You can mend it with magic.
So I'm going to put this into the combat tracker on the right hand side of the screen here. We do have the overlay in place, so maybe I'll bring this down to the bottom side of the screen so we can see whose turn it is. That way we all know who to yell at in chat to make them pay more attention to their turn. Yeah, that'll be good. Perfect. Oh, now I can't see my button, so I got to bring it up a little bit.
Hey, it worked.
All right, there we go. And we are going to, everybody, roll initiative.
15 for Hadar.
Gosh.
I gotta tell you, me being bound and chains did not affect my initiative roll whatsoever. I have a big old 2 on my dice, plus 4, so 6.
Okay.
I rolled with advantage and got 11.
Nice.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, Nezrin rolled with an advantage and also got a 9.
9?
9!
I've got.
Well, look at the bright side. The advantage puts you ahead of rolling a 2.
Bunny is always looking on the bright side.
I mean, that means that Hadar is really the only one who's going to be going before the bad guys, right?
We've got a 14.
That
Oh,
kind of-
14 for Hadar, right? No, Bunny, you got a 14. I think you got an 11. Okay.
I got a 14. Yeah, 14.
Oh, good.
Okay, that means that you're going before some of the bad guys.
Trying to remember all of my spells and racial traits.
Well, and I'm currently bound, right?
You are, we are going to go with the incapacitated, not paralyzed. So you have to roll a dexterity or acrobatics to attempt an escape. You are currently bound in chains.
Okie dokie. Got it.
You are sort of just coming to realizing where you are. I mean, you've been awake a few times, but every time you seem to come awake and they recognize you're awake, in comes the gauntleted fist. You've had a few good rests, we'll put it that way. This is a long, long rest.
Feeling it. Feeling woozy.
Okay, so, Hadar.
Okay. Bonus action. Magic weapon. I ignite my halberd with blue flaming energy, and I say out loud, "Ha ha! Finally, a worthy opponent." And I will, let's see. I don't think I can make it to her.
You can. How fast do you move at them spy? Like, can you skitter? You're still the
It's-
same.
Normal movement, climbing.
So I will. I'm going to do this. I'm going to step forward, and then I will use as an action. I will chuck frostbite at her, which is a cantrip.
All right, all right. Well, that is
DC
a.
15 con save, which she'll probably.
I mean, it's a giant. They never succeed, right?
It's probably worthless, but you never know. Roll
All
one.
right. Making sure she doesn't have like legendary resistances or anything.
Here's hoping not.
Well, that's a nat 1. How about that?
It worked. So in his fashion, as he's done before, he says, "You need to chill out."
Oh, okay.
All right, that's 3d6, y'all.
Nice.
What was the resist on that?
Con.
Con what? DC.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, definitely a fail. It's an 11.
Okay, good. All right, so could have been better. That's only 7 cold damage,
7.
and
Cold
that is
damage.
bonus action, movement, and action. I am finished.
All right. Following that, hold on. Let me That's going to be 0. Perfect. And then, well, right next to Rin over here,
Bro.
A shaded figure appears out of the smoke
Oh no.
That doesn't sound good.
and bursts into life with ember coal eyes, and it sets upon you in your chains and begins tearing at your flesh while you are incapacitated, pulling little pieces of your clothing away and smoking, burning fragments, laughing gleefully, looking like a little gargoyle. So he is going to be targeting Rin. I don't know if you have your full stats set up in here, so I don't know if this is actually going to work on it, but it is going to roll an attack against you. What is your armor class?
That would be a 15.
17 hits.
No.
Oh no!
So it is going to slash you for 5 points. And it says instant death, but of course you're not actually dead, right? What are your hit points
Oh,
at?
God.
I mean, probably don't have your hit points in.
Yeah, you didn't put in your level, so it thinks you have 6 hit points, which is
Oh,
probably
yeah,
not
I have
correct.
108 hit points, so yeah.
I didn't put anything into here.
Yeah, me either.
I can change that real quick. Hang on one
Totally
second.
fine, no big deal. Oops. I totally just changed your initiative to 108, which is wrong. Alright. There we go. 109 hit points, right? 108.
108, yep.
And that was 5 points of
Okay.
slashing damage.
Ouch. What blazes?
And okay. Then next is going to be another one of these frickin' smoke methods. Just climbs out of the darkness. In between the smoke, it is going to come down and make an attack against Nezrin. But is not going to actually use a slashing attack, right? Which is good. It's going to use its Cinder Breath. So I need a dex save. Oh. You are blinded.
Okay.
It's a dex save, and you are incapacitated. Therefore, it is an auto success. As it
Got it.
breathes smoke and cinder into your face.
Blinded it is.
The next smoke method appears right here next to Rin and is going to begin flying through the doorway over here to attack Hadar, which is going to attempt also the I need a dex save DC 10.
Oh, I rolled a natural 19. Haha.
Well,
Which is good because I have a +1 to my dex.
that is excellent. So you are unaffected,
Dirty 20.
and we are going to say used. Perfect. And then we are going to go to... Wait a minute. What happened? Oh, Bunny went already, right? Bunny?
I haven't gone yet.
Okay, Bunny, your go. Because it
Okay.
skipped you. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds.
Boo. I'm not sure if we want many tiny guardians or one big guardian. Been reading through the two of them. Screw it. Let's do Guardian of Fate. Maybe move forward. 1, 2. Sorta. Side Hadar. And I'm gonna throw down that sweet, sweet guardian of faith.
Go, Bunny, go.
Guardian of Faith, which one is that?
It's a level 4. One single guardian, a large spectral guardian, appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice. You can see within range. The guardian occupied that space is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and a shield emblazoned with a symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to Any creature hostile to you that moves into the space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed a dexterity savings throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful
Which
one. The
book?
guardian vanishes when it's dealt 60 damage total.
Which book did this come out of?
Player's Handbook, page
That's-
246.
That's what I thought. I don't know why.
An old classic. It's a
Yeah,
pink
it's
floating
slightly
guardian.
different.
Player's
than the one I'm
Handbook is
familiar with.
loaded. I'm not
Guardian?
seeing any guardians.
Ooh, a large spectral.
What's it called?
Guardian?
Spectral?
Is it? What's it called? Guardian Spirit? It's
Guardian.
not Spirit Guard. Oh, cool.
And then there's Spirit Guardians, which is level 3.
Right. That's the one I'm familiar with.
Guardian
Yeah.
is 4th level.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
And the duration is 8 hours. It will stay there for 8 hours until it deals 60 damage.
Well,
That's it.
I am going to just take a spirit and put it in for a token.
Toki doki. Let me. Oh, shoot. Come on. Well, let me copy it. I'm trying to save the text.
And no, don't do that. There you go. I just called it a ghost.
Ghost.
Okay, so you have a spectral guardian in front of you. All right, and that is a bonus action to summon, correct? Like
No,
spiritual
it's
guardian.
one action. I think I'd probably put it a little bit further forward.
Sure.
So yeah, and it's any hostile creature that moves into the space first time on a turn, dexterity saving throw. So at the start of all their turns, they'll have to make dexterity saving throw and take 20 or 10, depending on if they pass. It's a DC 18 dex.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes, and that is. I did that. I don't think I have any bonus actions that I would like to take this on.
All right. And it doesn't have its own initiative, right? It goes on yours.
It goes at the start of everyone's hostile's turn until it does 60 damage. Then it disappears. Let me see.
Of every hostile's turn, or
Anyone within 15 feet?
okay, what if there are multiple within 15 feet? Is what I'm asking.
At
It
the start
gets
of their
multiple
turn.
turns.
Yep. 20 damage if they fail, 10 damage if they pass. Once it does 60 damage total, it disappears.
Okay. Okay, I think I understand. Okay. All right. Well, that means it's going to be Emberosa's turn. And she is none too happy about your disturbing of her machinations. And she looks down with you, literal fire burning from her eyes. And she drops her hammer and pulls out a massive greatsword. This thing is bigger than a man. This looks like some serious Final Fantasy stuff. You're not sure how she's going to have room to swing it until she swings at our poor Hadar here, as it's stepping forward and definitely going to begin taking damage.
Darn no!
So she's gonna take the 20 feet or 20 radiant rather, when she hits that.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
a what save?
And then she does.
It's a Dex DC 18.
I can do that on the character. What am I doing? Oh, dexterity. Totally good at that. That'll be the first one. A 9, so that's gonna be a fail. For 20 points of damage.
20 radiant damage.
Burns. It burns. Yeah. Cool. So as she pulls out this massive sword, it just cleaves a huge line through the wall and the ceiling, and comes pounding down towards Hadar. It is going to be a 30 to hit.
By 10.
And deals
Oh, so many.
26 points of slashing damage
Oof.
Ouchies.
in the first attack. And the second attack is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, wait. Wait. Do I get... Shield.
To reduce the damage?
No. To boost my AC, she misses.
Ah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I use my reaction to put an arcane, mystical shield up right at the last moment, and it deflects harmlessly.
It looks like spider webbing.
I
You
love
just stretch it from your leg to leg, and it just crystallizes instantly, and the sword comes crashing down, and this flaming, like, rent of stone and magma just goes flying in each direction, spattering, hits this webbing, and just shatters it everywhere, causing it to miss you. The little pieces of your shattered webbing fading to mist, sublimating on the floor.
You'll have to do better than that.
Picture you sneezing, web coming out. Sorry, can't control this yet.
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. All right. Next is going to be Hickman.
Right. I'm gonna move just to the inside of the doorway, just so I'm hidden enough. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. On the giant. Yep. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark on the giant. Let's just do that. And then I am going to attack them twice with the longbow. And I'm assuming I have advantage on them because they're engaged, or
They are engaged. If you would have advantage, you would have advantage.
excellent. So I can use sneak attack. So
Nice.
that's a 19 to hit.
19. Against Amberosa, will hit.
Yeah. Okay, right. So that's this is not going well. This is not going well. That's 6 points of piercing damage plus 5 points of sneak attack damage plus whatever Hunter's Mark at first level does, which is 2 points of piercing damage. And I'll shoot again and hopefully hit better. Ooh, I like that. That's a 29 to hit.
That was good.
Yeah. So then that's just
That's definitely going to hit.
that's definitely gonna hit.
Yeah, I don't know anybody. It's not going to hit by that.
So that's 8 points of piercing damage. And does Hunter's Mark take damage again? Yeah, whenever you hit a weapon attack, so that's another d6, which is 1 point of piercing damage on top of that.
Okay, what was that total?
5 to 6 for that round.
All right. That'll be. Okay.
And that's it. That's it. I'm just gonna sit back and go. Leave it to you guys now. I'm hanging back here. More crowd.
Nice shot, Hickman.
I actually hit this time.
Ah, for a change.
Now let's not be down on him. He did hit him. That's what we're here for.
I hear you! I hear you, but I can't see you!
I'm blind.
Come on!
We're out here.
Thank goodness!
All right.
If you're blinded, I can maybe. I mean, you need to unblind, but you probably don't want to see what's out here.
I can take it.
Next will be Rin.
Alrighty, so I'll be waking up to that side of that weird old gray imp thing that just lashed at me. I'm gonna look at him and be like, sir, that's not a very pleasant thing for you to be doing to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action Hunter's Mark him. And from there, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to break these chains with my athletics.
Or I'm gonna have to request that you stop hitting me right now. It's really impolite.
Methods
that
are
would
known
be,
for their manners.
That'll be a 16 plus a bunch of stuff. Let's see here. Hunter's Mark, let me cast that first. Alright, and then I've got my athletics is +6, so 22 on my chains.
You flex and you stretch and you see the weakest link begin to start to unfurl. And you focus all of your strength in that direction and you stare hatefully up at this method as it's gleefully tearing into your chest. And suddenly you just burst and the chains go flying away. And that will be your action.
Fantastic. Now, Mr. Method, I gotta tell you, I did not appreciate you attacking me, so I'm gonna go ahead and unload myself my action surge, get myself 2 attacks at you. So attack number 1 is an 18 plus 13, so that would be a 31 to hit.
No. Of course that hits.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the second attack too, just to see that way we roll the damage together. And that's a natural 20, so that'll be a 33 to hit overall.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. I did not do my sharpshooter because I'm an idiot, but that's all right. All right. So on that, I've got 1d8 plus 4. 1d8 plus 4 for the first attack is 7 plus 4 is 11. And the second attack, which is a crit, that would be a 3. And a 2, that's 5. Plus 4 is 9.
9 more damage?
9 more damage.
On a crit?
Yeah, because it's 1d8 plus 4. I rolled a 2 and a 3, so I had 5 points on the crit plus the 4.
Oh, brutal.
Oh, but I do get sneak attack or Hunter's Mark damage at a crit bonus 2, I believe. If I do remember that correct.
I don't believe you double anything that's a static damage.
Alright, don't matter. So we'll do 1d6. First one is an extra. That's 6 on the first hit. And am I doubling the second one for the crit or no?
No. Oh, is it? Wait, is it a die roll?
It is a die roll.
Okay, I thought it was static damage. No, if it's a die roll, it definitely doubles.
Okay, so that's 4 plus 4, 8. So it'd be extra 14 of Hunter's Mark damage to that one method.
Yeah, so the great thing is you totally annihilated this thing. Absolutely. No questions about it. One unfortunate side effect, though, is, well, they have this thing called Death Burst.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Everything within a 5-foot radius is exploded. Just trying to figure out how the heck they do this in here because it doesn't give me the thing. Oh, wait, hold on. It leaves behind a cloud of smoke that fills a 5-foot radius sphere centered on its base. The sphere is heavily obscured, and wind disperses the cloud, which otherwise lasts for 1 minute. So, looks like its Death Burst does not do damage, it is blinding. So, all around it, you are completely blinded by this smoke.
Alright, so now that I can't see where I was at, did I... Well, I guess I didn't ask this before I attacked, so I would not know. because I was still anxious about getting back on that guy. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sidestep to the left, 10 feet, right against that pillar, so I can see, kind of get an idea of the room and where I'm at.
Once
Uh,
you can see.
You go to step over to the left and fall immediately 15 feet to the ground as you were standing on top of Mecha Hallister.
Fantastic.
Roll me a d6 worth of damage, and I will make that adjustment to your character sheet.
That would be a 3.
3 points of falling damage.
Three for me.
Rin.
I'm gonna go over this way.
Ah, not in the face! Oh, the face! Ah, oof! Oh, what the hell?
Hey, Nezrin, watch that first step. It's the doozy.
What? Oh, okay. Sounds good.
She can't see either.
I
You're
don't-
blinded and stumbling around.
It's way too dark in here.
I just rolled my ankle. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
Walk it off.
Next is going to be Nezrin.
Oh god. Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to break my shackles first.
You're gonna slip them or break them?
I'm gonna break them. I'm gonna try to break them. That's my best bet.
Go smash.
I'm just gonna take all that dragon blood strength and just go for it. It's a natural 1.
In this particular situation, when you're talking about a chain made out of mystery metal, I'm gonna say that it one of the links shatters, stabs you, hooks into your flesh. You take 1d6 worth of damage,
Oh no!
and it hooks on another piece. Uh-oh.
Damn it.
We've switched positions. Oh no.
Oh,
So
no. Tim.
How much damage did I take?
1d6 points of damage, piercing.
Okay, me roll or you roll?
I'll have you roll it. I feel it's good that way.
Oh god. And that's 5.
Shoot.
Okay.
So that means that we're going to need to. Hold on, I think I can fix this for a moment.
Luckily, it's only. Oh no, it is 3. Oops.
No. Oh no.
Nope, that didn't work.
Please stand by. We are currently experiencing.
I'm fixing things. Give me a moment.
Oh, that. Oh dear.
Oh, sorry, guys.
And that was just my action, right?
Yes, that would be just your action.
Okay.
Why is it not doing your video? There we go. Okay. Go ahead and hit OK on that.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. I think we're back where we're supposed to be. Woohoo!
Wait, Tim and Greg are reversed.
We're playing the same kind of character.
It's fine. We're disposable rangers anyway. One's a rogue, one's a fighter. It don't matter.
How did that happen?
Twins. I love it.
Order.
Okay. Yeah. So that means
Yeah, I can't. I was gonna do something, but I can't. So instead, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh my god! Ah, that hurts so bad."
all right. Going to break. 1 second, guys. All right. So I need to move some cameras around. Let me mute some stuff. Now we're unmuted. Yay! And we're back to our normal positions. Where did Tim go? What did you do with Tim?
No, but it looks like someone's reading the paper in the background.
I think it's gonna have to be Tim's held action. Well, I think it's gonna be a few minutes before we get back to him, though. Christy, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
You know, I was gonna wait, but I'll just do it now. I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points so I can do, false life on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do it at, let's do it at 5th level. So 1d4 plus 24. Okay, so I got 26 extra health points. Yay me.
What does
I'm
that
done.
put you at?
False life, I got 26 temporary hit points now.
On top of your 62, so it puts you at 88?
Yep,
Perfect.
which is still a lot lower than everybody else's.
I have 88.
Oh,
That's okay.
power.
All right, and that means 6. Perfect.
Currently, anyway.
All right, well, all of this commotion has been sort of loud, kind of a bad situation to be in. Well, this wall to the south of you in that room was kind of a secret anyways. So the door wall, just kind of opens up and you see a dusty storeroom in behind it. And in that dusty storeroom, there are a number of shelves and, hidden storeroom. There are casks, crates, stools. Let's see, a 3-legged stool lies on the side in the northeast corner. The bones of a dead sturge are nearby. But more importantly in that room, you see that there are a number, 6 is that number actually, of confused and angry hobgoblins that are none too thrilled to see.
You're not the only one who's now confused about that.
That you are
It's like
attacking Ambrosa.
It's like that scene in Indiana Jones when they go around the fireplace and into the headquarters. Everyone's looking at each other confused.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So, it's not like anything bad's about to happen, except it's their go. They're just hobgoblins, guys. It's not like they're, terrible, terrible Nazis or anything.
You say that now. You say that now.
That was a callback to the Indiana Jones. I couldn't help it. All right.
Of one more use of Dawn.
Junior?
That spell's completely ineffective. I don't know why you would do that. What a waste of spell points and divine
All the goblins
influence.
in this dungeon. Death by light.
Who opened the window? Okay, so the hobgoblin number 1 is somewhere. Fantasy Grounds is really ticking me off today. If you don't. So let me just drag these from the combat tracker because the encounter seems to be broken.
That's weird.
I don't know what the deal is, but it's not linking up correctly. As a result, I can't select them properly. There we go, and I will just make them all visible.
Does this mean they're not good at colours now?
That's precisely what it means. They actually just came for a piece of the cake and tea party.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem.
Just drop it in
problem.
for some
Cooking,
biscuits.
get a
They're
cake.
good. Hobgoblins, man. They smell food. Hadar was having a good old meal. Oh, wait. Hey, that's my brother. And then they unleash attacks. So number 1 is going to come running in from behind Bunny and is going to attack with What is martial advantage? That doesn't sound good.
That does not sound good.
It
That does
certainly
not sound good at all.
Oh, yeah, okay. Once per turn, the hobgoblin can deal an extra 7 2d6 damage to a creature that hits with a weapon attack if that creature is within 5 feet of an ally of the hobgoblin that isn't incapacitated. Well, I guess that smoke method. So it's going to basically smite. It's going to make an attack against Bunny with a long sword. And 4 is not going to hit on a natural 1. That's for sure. And that's going to make it very disappointed. But Hobgoblin number 2 is going to come charging and make a same attempt against poor Bunny. And that one's going to be a 13 to hit.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. I mean, wait, you guys are like level 13? Yeah, I mean, come on. Who has an AC above 13 at level 13? Come on.
Who has an AC of 20?
That's ridiculous. Nobody has an AC of 20.
Oh, I don't have an AC of 20.
We have the same.
I'm barely over 13, so.
You could literally put me in carbonite and I would not have an AC of 20. Okay, so that is another swing and a miss, and Hobgoblin number 3, undeterred by his friend, is going to step right into that radius around your spirit and take a save.
Actually, I think 2 of them, because it's 10 feet.
Is it 10 feet?
I think it's 10. Let me. 4th level Guardian.
Radius?
10 feet of the Guardian, first time. And so if anyone steps into, I'm not moving me, but to this space as well, that's also within 10 feet.
Okay, so within 10 feet of it, so it's a 10-foot radius.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will go ahead and make a dex save, is what it is?
Yes. Dexterity, DC 18.
Well, 11's not going to do it, and I'll roll for the other one too. 5 is not going to do it, and what's the damage on that?
20 each.
20 each, yeah. Guess how many hit points these guys have?
Less than 20?
20.
Try 11. So those guys are not making it. They come running in, and it's like they ran smack into a brick wall, and just light blazing golden out of their eyes into the ceiling, and it's like the spirits in Indiana Jones as they are destroyed by your holy influence.
By the pink light of death.
This Lathander fella is quite powerful, I can see.
Hobgoblin 4 thinks better of his actions and decides that maybe Bunny is not the squishy target in a tin can that it was hoping for.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Is going to run around behind and make an attack against Hadar.
I think that did 60. That was 60 damage, so my Spirit Guardian probably dissipates at this point.
Okay. Spirit Guardian implodes with a... Alright.
I know we're all
Alright, yep. Oh no, we've started something. Okay. Hobgoblin number 4 is going to make an attack. That is a 16, which will not hit Hadar. Just sort of shaves some of the whiskers off of one of his spider legs, and that makes him look over his shoulder. Do you mind? I'm dealing with a giant here. Hobgoblin number 5 is going to come charging in and try to make something of Bunny here, which will be a 19 to hit.
Swing and a miss.
Negatory! You guys are demigods. You're untouchable. This isn't fair.
I'm shuffling in some MC Hammer pants.
And the last one is going to come charging in and is going to also make an attack against Bunny. And that is a 17 to hit. They literally cannot hit unless they roll 17 or better, which will do no damage. Bringing us back to the top of the round, Hadar.
I thought we dealt with those things already.
It seemed to be like everywhere. I've like murdered like so many of them. They've all gone to the light. So don't worry.
Let's see.
They look like banana chips after the light's done with them.
The pink glowing beauteous light.
What's
He's had the life sucked right out of him. And if there's any juices left, Hadar's got it.
Yep.
All right, so Hadar's just gonna start whipping around his halberd, and I have reach, so I'm gonna start taking slices at this giant. All right, so I'm gonna make 2 attacks here. Oh, natural 17, natural 16. Those are probably both gonna hit, because I have a plus 10. So 26 and a 27 to hit the fire giantess.
Those are both going to hit. Did you get blinded by the mephit?
Okay.
I don't think one blew up near us yet.
No, that was
it
Rick.
had an attack, a cinder breath. I'm looking to see.
I got the cinder breath. Nezrin did. And
Okay.
Ray got blinded when he
Thank you.
killed the other one.
It just attacked you in some capacity. I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought it missed.
Okay. I don't remember.
Or no, wait, it did a little bit of damage or something.
I thought
No,
it
that was
did
the fire
a
giant.
cinder
only
breath.
Yeah, I've only taken damage from the giantess. Unless I missed something. I might have been taking a
Attacked Ran, blinded Nezrin, and save versus cinder breath DC 10. Right before Bunny's turn.
I saved. I did make a saving throw,
You
and I rolled a
did.
19,
I'm trying
a
to
dirty
remember.
20.
Let me look at this. Make sure.
That must have been what it was.
What
You
happens
might be
when
thinking
you
of me when I was up
successfully-
top. I got that explodey blind cloud that I fell out of.
No, I'm trying to look at the wording on Cinder Breath. Exhales a 15-foot cone of smoldering ash. Each creature in the area must succeed on a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or be blinded until the end of it Mephit's next turn.
Yeah, I saved.
Okay, so Bunny did not save, but that's okay.
I don't think I was there yet. I don't know if it's still there.
We'll say that for the sake of it, because we didn't call it out in that way, that it was just an attack and it missed. But it'll
No,
use...
I rolled a 19. I remember. I rolled a 19, which was a dirty 20 for me, and it was a DC 10, right?
It was a DC 10, yeah.
So I
Okay.
saved.
All right. We'll call it saved. And moving forward,
So
you're attacking the
26
giant. 26.
26 and 27 to hit,
Yes.
respectively, for 2 attacks. And let's see, we have these are D10s. So damage is nice, a 10 and a 7. So 17 plus another 10. So 27
27?
total damage. Plus it is currently magic weaponed, and I gotta figure out what that does. I think I get a +1.
Get Ricky.
Is it dark? Wait. No, that's not what I want. Magic weapon, not magic missile. Where is it? Sorry. Please stand by. Magic weapon.
Please stand.
So it gives me a +1 to attack and damage. So 2 extra points of damage.
All right.
17. So 17, 27, so that 29 total.
Yep. I already totaled it
Slash.
in. Done
Slash.
62 points of damage thus far to Emberosa. Perfect.
And then I think I'm going to go for a full Monty and action surge. Take her down. 18 to hit,
18 will hit.
and the other one was cocked. 17 to hit.
Will not hit.
Okay, so that is one more slice for. Oh, another 10. Haha. So another 15.
Nice.
So that's 15, 16, 17 total. For the
All
final
right.
slice.
Perfect. 79 points of damage done thus far to Emberosa.
And then, with a final flourish, slams the halberd into the floor.
Shall not pass.
That's it. That's all for Hadar.
All right.
It'd be funny if you ended your turn actually in combat. Great, that's it for Hadar. Bounce like a Final Fantasy character waiting for my ATPs.
Smoke Buffet number 1. Smoke Buffet number 2 is currently out here with Nezrin.
Do I see this other Mephit attacking her?
Yes, you can actually.
Alright.
Well, you can see the cinder cloud, and that there's some clanging and something going on as it's gleefully tearing poor Nezrin to bits inside. You are blinded and incapacitated. It is going to make an attack against you. 17 to hit.
Hits.
All right, another 1d4 plus 2, so 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So I can't do my reaction because I'm incapacitated, right?
Correct.
Alright.
Is she still incapacitated? She broke the chain, but she hurt herself in the process.
No, she rolled a 1 on the attempt to strength break it. So I narratively said that it broke the chain and then it sort of caught again. So just dealt a little bit of damage for flavor. At this level, I don't think a D6 is definitely doing anything more than flavor. Okay, so next will be Smoke Buffet number 3. And okay. And it is going to make a claw attack. No, it's going to come back out there. I think it's going to attack Rin. Because Rin's going to be coming in back into the fight, and then there's going to be problems. So that will be an opportunity attack against, for Hadar or Bunny. And or.
I would.
Ah,
that attack.
natural 20.
All right.
Get back here, you.
You behind me.
All right. here
Roll
we
your
go.
damage.
9 and a 9.
18 points.
Hot. My dice are on fire right now. So that's 18 plus 5, 23 plus 1, so 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. You smack the ever-living crap out of this thing, and it bursts into a cloud of
no.
cinder and ash,
Yeah.
blinding everyone around you.
Ah, confounded things. It's 10 foot or 5 foot.
It is 5-foot radius sphere centered on its space, so it's heavily obscured. It lasts for 1 minute. So that will be both you and Bunny.
Sure.
There's no save for.
And Amberosa, I guess? Yeah, for the sake of things.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's
Yeah,
just
that
a condition. It's not against your character. It's just that is the condition of that area for the next minute.
Oh,
Hobgoblin 6 too.
yeah,
Right?
Hobgoblin 6.
He is, in fact, blinded. Absolutely. All right. So if you are...
If you got him.
If you are within this area and making an attack, then you will be rolling with disadvantage in that zone specifically. All right. Bunny, it is your go.
Okay, well, since this Guardian of Faith did so well, I think I might try some Spirit Guardians.
Hmm.
Do you have that one?
Spirit Guardians? I do not. There is nothing in Player's Handbook for a creature for it.
Okay.
It's a spell
That
effect.
one is in Xanathar Guide, I think. But it's, you call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good or neutral, they're angelic or whatever. When you cast this spell, you can designate any number of creatures to be unaffected. Allies unaffected.
It was just used in my last stream. Yep, 15-foot blender. 3d8
You're a pink.
radiant damage.
Lovely light. Yeah. So, yeah, failed save. So they make wisdom saving throw DC 18. I think, is it at the beginning of their turn or just now?
Now.
Now? Okay. So anyone within 15 feet of me has to make
You know
wisdom.
what hobgoblins are really good at?
Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throws. I'm going to roll for them all
Super heckin' wise?
because there's no way they're going to pass a DC 18. Look, here, let me demonstrate. I will roll for all four of
You can
them.
roll some 20s.
Hey, there's a 20 right there. It looks like one of them. So hobgoblin number 5 is going to survive for this turn.
Huzzah.
We shall call him Carl.
Yeah, and it's, well, on a successful, they take half as much damage, so it takes half of 3d8 radiance.
So roll your damage.
Oh no.
Poor Carl.
So that's 3d8. 6. 7. Ooh, 8. 2, 6,
Total
7,
of 8.
6.
21.
Wait, no, those are the total rolls? I thought that was adding it up.
That's 3d8 is 20, or 3d8s were 6, 7, 8, 21
7
points
is
of
15.
damage.
21. Okay, yeah, no. No,
10
Carl.
on the right one.
Carl nopes the F out into an early retirement. And by early retirement, I mean the only retirement a hobgoblin is ever afforded. He is retired unto the earth from whence he came. That is no more for those poor one-rounders. You guys are merciless towards these hobgoblins. This is brutal at this point.
Yeah. So, is Emberosa in that vicinity? Because that's the 21 is, yeah, and then the 10 to.
I will roll it up.
If,
I'm sorry, that was a what save?
Wisdom. DC 18.
How about a 13? That's a fail.
Ooh, no, that's 21 damage to our fire joint.
For a total of 100 points of damage dealt to Ambrosa so far.
And there's now a bunch of, because the spell lasts for it's concentration up to 10 minutes. So there's just a bunch of whizzing angelic pink fairy creatures buzzing around me.
Ew, get off. There's like marshmallows on fire.
Keeps on fire.
Okay, so coming up next, we've got Emberosa herself, who is not enthusiastic about these flying ion stones of destruction that seem to be perpetually plaguing her, flitting in and out of the smoke that is right in front of her. This is not exactly her favorite situation. So she is going to back up out of that space, and she's going to say, all right, I'm going to hurl a fireball into the middle of it. Which is going to be, I guess, because of the position, either one or two of you.
Probably all three of us.
But also, it's when a creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn in the area, so I don't know if that's going to do another time since you just had
For
a
the
turn.
first time, right?
Yes.
No, just or it starts its turn there. For the first time or starts its turn there. So both. Every time it starts in the area and whenever it first enters the area. I put the link in the chat.
It only happens once per.
Rounds, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's gonna. That's gonna hit. Like you cast the spell.
That's why I was just saying.
Yeah, if they walked into it, I can see that. Okay. I want to look at this. Yep, one target. So, I'm going to roll a d6. And I'm going to determine at random which one of you is going to be hit or targeted. Okay. And it will be rolling at targeting the floor because cannot actually see you to target you. Which doesn't make sense. That isn't going to work
It's
because
a fireball?
it's hurl fire. It's a ranged weapon attack, so it's got to be. I mean, because it's shooting into the smoke, I don't see how this can be anything but at disadvantage. So
Look, I can get a paper.
that will be. I mean, if it's going to be a disadvantage, might as well just stay inside of the smoke. All right. Well, hurling a fireball at Bunny. At a disadvantage, which is still a 22 to hit.
Doki doki.
For 29 points of fire damage. As this massive ball of pitch or something, you're not really sure. It's like ectoplasm she pulls out of the air, and it slams into you.
And because it's already at disadvantage, using a reaction to then attempt to blind them wouldn't probably help at all.
Can't
Attempts
more
to
than
blind. It
one.
wouldn't. It's already. She's already blinded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she's already blinded because she can't see you, anyways. Yeah, lucky hit. I mean, at a disadvantage with only a plus 11, that could have easily missed. All right, and she is going to continue backing up across the room. All right, and then it will be Hickman's turn.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is the area to that secret room open?
It is.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna move out of here and probably get to about here-ish.
Okay.
Maybe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I?
You have line of sight on Ambrosa. Sure.
Okay, even better. That's what I want to know.
I can see what you're doing there.
Do I? Actually, no, I don't. I probably don't have advantage on her, do I?
Have it what?
Do I have advantage on her?
I can't think of a reason why you would have advantage.
Okay, that's fine.
There's nobody
I'm gonna-
flanking, and there's.
Okay, then bonus action, insightful fighting. I can make an insight check against a creature that I can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. If I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against the target, even if I don't have advantage on the attack roll, but not if I have a disadvantage on it for 1 minute until I use speech on another target.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of that ability before.
That is a inquisitive rogue feature from Xanathar's.
That's why I've never heard of it before. Okay,
So much
So,
stuff from Xanathar's in
you need to roll an intuition
Insight.
versus or insight versus deception. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't see how Fire Giant's bad at deception.
Oh,
Okay.
Really great.
What did you roll?
Yep, I'm working on it.
Fire Giant's full of tact. Everybody knows.
Well, I got a 17 insight, so
Can't even guess as to what it would be. What is the stat for that?
charisma.
Sure. And probably not. Yeah, I mean, it's deception. You're right. I keep thinking. I'm trying to think. All right. Yeah, that's a 9.
Yeah,
Nine.
so I now have I now can use my sneak attack, which is what I'm going to do for my first attack, which I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to do my first attack and see if it hits first.
And that gives you disadvantage against what? Against that creature?
Oh no. Hang on. So I bring it up again. Yeah. If I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against the creature, even if I don't have advantage on the attack roll, but not if I have disadvantage on it for 1 minute.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, I can now use my sneak attack even if I don't have advantage. That's
I can see why. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag
so
not bitter.
that's a
Rules,
just-
schmools for fools.
Oh, Corey. Wait, just you wait.
so that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that's a 7 points of piercing damage plus plus 12 points of sneak attack damage plus from the hunter's mark 2 points
Okay.
of piercing damage, and then I will shoot again, sharpshooter this time.
Okay. 21 points thus far.
So that's, hang on, 16 to hit.
Negative.
Sharpshooter. Yeah. And I'm just gonna stay in this room.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna look at Hadar and see. See? Told you he's gonna like. Look at all. Look at that.
You light
Yes.
You lighting them up?
Rin, you see the fire giant Ambrosa become like enraged, charging out of the room backwards, furious, staring hatefully into the doorway and peppered with arrows as she makes her way backwards towards Mecha Hallister.
So, Mr. Hickman, just so you know, that's kind of my gimmick. You're sneaking in on. All right.
Sorry, lad. Sorry, don't want to step on anyone's toes.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out 2 arrows, knock them both. I'm gonna be doing a ×2 sharpshooter. I'm gonna spend 2 superiority die for precise strikes against the fire giant.
Superiority die.
Yeah, all right. So what that's gonna do is a -5 or -10 to hit, but +5 damage. No, I'm sorry. -5 penalty to hit, +10 damage if it hits on both the attack and the bonus attack. Superiority die, precise strike. I get to add a D8 to my hit roll for the attack. All right. So first attack is a 15 -5 is 10 +13 is 23 to hit on the first one. No, sorry, 27 to hit. Because they superiority die.
With a -5?
Second attack is a 19, -5 is 14, +13, +2, so +15 is 29. So 23 and 29 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. So now that's going to be 1d. Hang on. Sorry, D&D Beyond is being weird. 1d. Where's my?
Need the gif of that lady staring while math goes on behind her.
So it's a 1d8 +4 +10 × 2. All right, so 4, 8, 18 on the first hit. 1 + 4 is 5 plus, so that's 15. And then I'm going to Colossus Strike on one of the attacks, on the first attack. It's another D8, I believe. Hang on. Because of my Ranger proficiency, I can make a Colossus Slayer once per turn. When you hit a creature with an weapon attack, the creature takes an extra 1d8 of damage if it's below its maximum HP. That's a no action. And that's another 6 points of damage.
Okay, so total.
Would have been
Too many
15
numbers.
and 19 plus 6. So
Okay. So 21 and 19 is 40 points of damage.
Yep.
Ouch.
Nice.
More
Yeah,
arrows.
I think I'm stepping on your toes, lad. I think I'm stepping on your toes.
You scream from a 2 rooms away.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, I probably should have asked this, guys. Is Fire Giant friendly or foe?
I mean,
It's probably foe now. Just so y'all know. 'Cause I just yeah.
We didn't actually ask, did we?
I think
I
you're
was
Cupid
running
here,
out.
so definitely not. Ambrosa's got some loving eyes for you. You just wait till her turn.
I think she was inviting us in for tea.
Nesrin, what have you got?
Well, since breaking it didn't work last time, I'm gonna try to slip my chains because I'm still incapacitated.
Oh god.
If it helps, I was going to take out that little imp thing, but then the fire giant came in my line of sight. I'm like, well,
And then it
Natural
would
20.
That will do
Yeah.
it.
So
You're
I'm
like,
just gonna-
just wait a minute.
You could torture.
They're not
it.
that tight. You just gotta like pull them off of your head, chuck them off, and you're still blinded, but you're no longer like incapacitated.
And I can move. They just might have an attack of opportunity, right?
Theoretically.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, because I'm blinded, I'm just gonna roll off in this direction and hope I make it.
Roll.
Yeah.
Okay, that's off the edge of the giant, so off
Yeah.
the McAllister. So it will be an opportunity attack as well as you will take 1d6 of falling damage. It is going to use its claws to slash you. Natural 20, critical hit.
Can I shield as a reaction? Or
You
no, I
can.
can't 'cause I'm still.
Oh. Because you're what? Wait, what?
Am I still blinded?
It used its cinder breath on you, so you are status effect blinded. I believe it is for. It's until the end of the Mephit's next turn. So yeah, you're done with the blinding.
Okay.
Who can see?
You can see.
Thank goodness.
But a natural 20 hits no matter what.
Okay. Well then, never mind. How much damage is that then?
Joe, it will be 8 points of damage.
Could have been worse.
Well,
And
it only
then-
does 1d4 plus 2, so not a lot worse.
And then 1d6 of fall damage.
Yes.
Did you want me to roll that?
Yeah, just go ahead and roll that.
All right, that's extra 3.
All right, so an additional, so you take 11 points of damage total on that. Let me go ahead and plug that into the tracker. All right. You still have, that was your move, so you still have your attack action.
All right. Well, then I'm going to, since I can see now, I'm gonna use Witch Bolt at the fire giant at 2nd level.
Okay.
Let's see here. It's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Oh, let's see what I can do. Ooh, and that's 21 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
I think I can get +4 because it's my elemental affinity since of blue dragon blood. So that's 15, or I mean, sorry, 25 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Hadar smells the ozone and just.
Bunny's like, I saw it go past. Like, that's some great light.
What did I wake up to? Oh my gosh.
It's a long story.
this is a shocking situation.
We all know it was coming. All right. Your bolt of lightning jumps out of your hand and into its face. Ambrose is not super happy with that. She's looking, she's got that scratch on her cheekbone, which means it's time to double down.
Ew.
It's still arcing, right? Which bolt
Yeah.
is the one you
Yeah.
can keep going?
Yeah.
That's-
Mhm.
As long as
On
concentration.
my next turn, I can choose to do it. Yeah.
You're Emperor Palpatine right now.
Yes. The force is strong with this one.
Yes, you can feel the hate.
Let it feed my power.
Okay. Hadar.
Wait, and that analogy that makes me Mace Windu. So.
What?
Let's see. All right, Hadar is going to sort of plow forward through the smoke, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then, let's see. What's he gonna do? Where do you think you're going? And he comes in. So Hadar, again, to remind everyone, is a blue dragonborn. So he sees the witch bolt, the lightning coursing towards the giantess. He says, "That's a good idea," and he's gonna unleash his lightning breath.
Yeah.
So that's breath weapon, which let me see here, is the DC 16 dex save.
Giants are amazing at dex saves. Watch this. This is going to be incredible. How about a 17?
Arg! All right, well, half damage.
Yeah, we should. I've heard the giants are really bad at strength saves, so we should probably go for that, right?
All right, so here's 46. Pretty good. 14. So 7 more lightning damage there for you.
All right, now just put that on Hadar's life bar, right? No? Oh,
I mean,
my bad.
Maybe it arcs back at me or something.
Like, oh, my fingers. Yeah.
In breath, it's like you stuck a 9-volt battery on your tongue.
It's a static shock from a carpet.
A little bit. Okay, so
and then I don't have a bonus action I'm going to use, so I'm done.
okay. The smoke method over here is feeling a little unloved and left out for not being killed. And is going to give chase to poor Nesrin. It is going to breathe the cinder breath again. No, it's not. It's yeah, it's going to use that again. So I need a dexterity save.
Yeah. Let's see what I can do. 10?
10 meets it, beats it. You dodge out of the way just in time as these sparks and black smoke come spewing out of its mouth, and you're right in your face. But it goes off to the side virtually harmlessly.
Someone's got some halitosis.
It's like,
All right, and the next will be Bunny.
Alright, I'm also gonna move up. Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I go through that corner there, or is that too tight?
No, you can get through there.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Friendly
Run.
players don't inhibit movement.
Yeah. I'm gonna run through the smoke. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on our Emberosa. And it's gonna do D12s because she's already taken damage. It's a DC 18 Wisdom save.
You guys just don't know the story of lovely Emberosa and how she ended up down here. You didn't even give her a chance. This is a storied NPC, and you guys just immediately jumped to killing her. Man.
We forgot to ask.
Murder hobos.
I mean, she was not happy that we murdered the hobgoblins.
I just woke up in chains, so...
Murder hobos.
Reaction, she could start talking at us at any point.
Hey, you guys can't be murder hobos. You totally made a deal with a Rakshasa.
That's right. We didn't kill him.
This is got to be the most lawful goodest party ever.
That's debatable.
I might be neutral. Good.
Okay, so Bunny, you've moved up. You are going to use your
Toll the Dead cantrip.
okay, and that is a
DC 18 Wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Giants are awesome at wisdom. Negative. That's going to be an 11.
Okie dokie. And because this giantess has already taken some damage, it goes from being 3d8s to 3d12s.
This is the peer pressure bully effect right here. Yeah. You've already made fun of her once, so she takes more damage because you made fun of her again.
It's necrotic damage because Buddy ain't playing no more.
Oh, man. Those are some vicious words right there.
All I
Mean
can
Girl
picture is that-
Academy right here.
All I can picture is that scene from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when Donatello smashes the foot soldier with the cymbals and is told to dead.
Nice.
Oh, no.
11. Ooh, 12.
Oh,
What? So
24.
that's 24 damage.
Nice.
The necrotic variety.
Yay. All right.
I got my calculator out. So didn't have to remember.
That's 217 points of damage so far.
oh my goodness.
She's fine.
And I moved. I don't have a bonus, so that's it for me.
Yep. So that's going to be an angry Emberosa, who's going to be moving in and pinning Rin against the pillar
Oh gosh.
to launch a multi-attack.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
That's a natural 20 on the first attack,
Oh no.
Okay.
and a natural 20 on the second attack. Holy
Okay. Well, the second one, I guess it doesn't matter if it's natural 20. Okay.
Back-to-back natural 20s.
This is fine.
It's too bad it wasn't at us because we can't be crit upon. Oh,
Well,
no.
yeah, actually, I can't be crit either. Actually, I've got adamant armor on.
You have it too? We have 3 adamant armors in this group.
I'm thinking though, Corey, the critical is going to hit regardless, right? It won't matter with the armor class.
No,
It
natural
wasn't
20 hits irrelevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've
it'll
got
hit.
that defensive stance where I get +4 to my armor class on a second attack, but it doesn't matter if they're 20s anyway. That'd be a 19 to hit, so you're never mind. Ignore me.
At least you can't be crit upon.
But I can't be crit at least.
Okay, well, it's auto critting here, so I mean, it's not something I can. I will roll. The first one is 25, and the second one is going to be 32 points of damage for a total of 57 points of damage as she just starts slamming this sword, this two-handed sword, into you, and it's leaving molten rock in the sides, gouging out of this pillar behind you, and pieces of your armor go flying off in multiple directions.
Okay, so 50. You said 57 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Ouch.
All right, and
I will go ahead and spend a superiority die and do a riposte.
riposte.
Oh, never mind. Is when they missed me. That was definitely not a miss.
Okay.
On guard. Oh no.
Ignore that. You had my bell rung.
And she is going to dive up and over the top of the Mecha Hallister if you are not going to make an attack of opportunity.
I will take an attack of opportunity.
All right, roll it up, sir.
All right. Actually, what I'm going to do with attack of opportunity, would that be considered just a regular attack?
It's just it's a one-off regular attack, no abilities, basically.
But I can't. So I wouldn't be able to do like a distracting strike with the, because it's a no action for distracting shot, but it takes a superiority die.
No, it's purely a reaction. You can't use
Got it.
anything that would take a
Got it.
bonus action or an action to do.
Well, this is a no action.
All right, what's the ability?
It's one of my superiority die. It's a distracting strike. So when you hit with a weapon attack, if I hit, I can expend 1 superiority die to add the damage to the damage roll, and then the next attack against that creature has advantage until the start of my next turn. But it's a no action, is what it says on D&D Beyond. So it's like a free action.
All right, what class is this coming from?
That's a fighter. Combat superiority, so it's on page 73 for the superiority, and then the page 74 for the maneuvers.
All right, distracting strike.
So I'd have to hit first, obviously, but
Getting all your ducks in a row.
The fun of high-level campaigns.
I think this is the highest I've ever gotten to play, just because my campaigns usually fizzle out by like 11.
You know,
3 years of playing, they fizzle out at 11.
You broke the DM.
not at all. Not at all. This is actually a fairly common occurrence where rules are abstracted when you start getting into higher levels, especially when you start getting into class features, and you've got something that's a reaction ability that you can make an attack, but you're not just making an attack, you're making an attack maneuver, which is not contradicted anywhere in the rules, which means I'm going to have to say specifically not stated means it's going to have to be allowed by exception. So
Alright, so I gotta hit first for it to even matter. And that is a natural 2. Plus 13 is 15 to hit.
will not hit.
Okay. Well then, I just wasted everyone's time, but it was worth it. Worth
It's a
try.
good exploration. I'm going to find out maneuvers and if they can be used as reactions.
It's
And-
not a waste of time, we learned things.
That's right. All right. So, Amberosa jumps up and over the top of Mecha Hallister and is going to, out of line of sight.
Somebody has 30 feet climbing speed, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mika Hallister like a giant, like, two-legged robot, or is it like one of those Terminator machines with the treads that are just like rolling?
No,
down?
Mecha Hallister is, think of a bipedal titan, like over the city of Waterdeep, the giant statues that come to life. Except this one's made of iron, crafted by fire giants and magic, and is currently laying dormant in the middle of
Wearing
the
a
room.
creepy robe,
Until she fires him up.
guy robe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hickman.
You also alright in there?
We might need some like assistance.
She's trying to get away.
Oh, okay. Hang on, be there in a second. Hang on.
A fire giant stepped on my toes. Ow.
Hang on, that's my job. Hang on. I'm gonna move to there if I can. Okay, I can move to there.
Yeah, you can get that far.
Okay. Can I see her or at all, or
Big metal monster in the way.
big metal monster in the way? Okay. I am going to use my action to use the cloak of the bat and polymorph myself into a bat.
Nice.
Nice.
And then use the rest of my speed to fly straight up.
Hold on. So you're here off in the side room still, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna fly up in the side room?
Up and out, so be about here-ish if I can.
So you've got 30 foot of movement?
Yeah. Hang on, what's the
So
bat
this will
have?
get you 30 feet right here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go to there, and then I'll just use my action to transform into a bat.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm now a bat.
All right. We'll say that your momentum has gotten you because of the smaller creature you're turning into. It'll get you another 2 spaces, another extra 10 feet into the room. That's fine.
Yeah.
Give you any elevation?
You still got to come through the door.
No, I mean
Take a put.
to be able to see.
Yeah, if I mean the cloak. I mean the cloak has a the cloak has a flying speed of 40 feet.
Okay. Well, that's kind of why I was
Yeah.
putting you out another 10 feet. If you transform to a bat and then move, it puts you
Yeah.
40 feet right where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
I'm
right
still-
at the top of the doorway.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah,
I mean,
that'd
like,
be fine. That'd be fine for me. Yeah.
all
And
right.
I'll just be that. Go.
All right, Rin.
That's great.
Alright, so... Ouch! I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little bit of a second win there. So we go ahead and... was it 1d10 plus 3? Where's my d10? Alright. Bonus action is a 2 plus 3, so extra. I get 5 HP back. Totally worth it. And... why is this down again? So 57. I don't know why that took that off. And then we're going to add 5. Alright. And you said I cannot see the fire giant anywhere?
It's on the other side of Mechahallister last you saw.
Alright. I've got a range of 30 feet. I'm going to go straight forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 feet. From where I'm at now, can I see around Mechahallister or...
Do you have climb speed?
with 30 feet?
You have a climb speed is what I'm saying.
Yes, I do have climbing speed is walking 30 feet. Hang on, I got something for climbing.
It's okay, you can just make a climb check and not inhibit you.
What am I climbing over? Is it terrain or is it Mechahallister?
It's Mechahallister.
Can I go between his legs or around the
He's
the
laying
legs?
on his back on the ground. He is the height
Oh,
of
I
this
gotcha.
room. Note the shape of the room.
You're like in the middle of his torso, or
Oh, I got you.
probably.
Hang on, let me see something real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, is this? What is? I'm gonna do another. I'm sorry, I'm being a rules jerk. Yeah, where's it at?
I'm just saying, we've still got 2 more keys to get through.
Yeah. So, I'm a natural explorer because of a hunter, and I have a favorite terrain when I don't take disadvantage when moving through it, and that's Underdark, Mountain, and Forest. Is that any of
This
this?
is literally climbing 15 feet up off of the floor. I don't care enough to get bogged down in this.
Let's just roll a
Climb check.
whatever. It's a 6. Was it 13 plus stuff? What's that? My stuff at? Athletics.
Yep.
13 plus 6, 19.
19 is more than enough. You're able to vault up on top, parkour style, and make your running dash up across the top. And you see on the other side of the room, Ambrosa working towards the door on the other side of the room, her back towards you.
Okay, for my action, since I still have that, I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike at 3rd level.
Okay.
So I'm going to, let's see here. Actually, can I cast that at 3rd level? It says it's a bonus action. Can I use that as an action?
I will say that because you climbed as your action, you can use this as your bonus action.
Well, I use my bonus to do second wind, so that's my turn then.
I see. Okay.
Then I'm just gonna take a straight. Well, if I'm using my action to climb, then yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Cool.
All
That's my
right.
turn. Cool.
Nezrin.
Well, this dude right here, the Mephit, is really starting to get in my face, and I don't appreciate it. So, he's a smoke Mephit, so there's something tangible I can grab onto, right?
Yeah. Mostly it's kind of like a cloud with partially solidified limbs and everything else that are sort of poking out of it here and there.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna reach out with both my hands and try to grab what I would assume is its neck,
Mm-hmm.
and like, you will not blind me again into shocking grasp.
Nice.
Ooh.
Irony is if it dies, it will blind you.
I didn't even think about that, but it's fine.
It's still a touch attack, so you have to roll to hit.
17 plus 9.
That will
I'm
hit.
bad at maths. Okay, so then 3d8. Oh my god. That's 6 points of lightning damage.
6 points of lightning damage. You can see as portions of its shoulders and the tips of its spines sublimate as lightning arcs out and flashes away from it. And it sort of cringes and stiffens and like begins gnashing its teeth at you, but it does not die.
Well,
It's
fine. I'm gonna take the chance to run. Oops.
How did you roll the damage on that? It seems like it should do more damage than that.
Shocking Grasp was only 3d8, and I just rolled poorly.
Oh, okay.
So,
That'll do it.
yeah. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna spend 2 sorcerer's points and do it again. Just the same thing, and be like, okay, well, fine, bring
Keep
it.
it going.
Yeah.
Because you still have your, wait, no, who has the ability, the lightning ability? Yeah, you have the lightning ability on Emberosa. And you
No,
still
but
have,
that was only, it's a 30-foot range though. So once she like goes out of that range, doesn't it stop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
broke
would. Yep, it would.
Okay. Because that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, I can. Nope, no, I can't. So, the 15 to hit.
The smoke method, yes.
Okay. And oh, that's a lot better. 16 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, that'll be enough, and well, it'll unfortunately explode right in your face.
Yep. Yep.
Not blind me again. Oh, blind.
Oh, there's
Story
soot
of
in
my
my
life.
eyes. Oh, you son of a...
My life.
Gets me.
Oh gosh.
Bunny, where have you been?
Buddy, I
I
can't.
don't like it here.
Hadar.
Had a
Hadar.
long day.
Come save the day, Spider-Man.
I will do my best. So, what's the height of the ceiling in this room?
We're going to go with 85 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl straight up the wall 30 feet with my spider legs.
All right?
And does that give me visual to her?
Yes.
Okay, I say, you're not getting away that easy. Magic missile.
All right.
This old classic.
Let's see. Yeah, absolutely.
At what level?
That's what I need to determine. Let's go with second level.
All right.
So
You
that'd be
have 4
4d4.
missiles. 1d4 plus 1 each. Auto targeting.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4d4. How about that? Arg! I don't like ones. Okay, so that's 4, 4, 8, and 2, 10. 10 force damage plus 4, 14 total force damage.
4 of your legs peel off the wall and aim down like mech cannons and just launch these 4 force missiles across the room. And you see them as they come spiraling in round one another and into the back of Ambrosa and just blast right out of her chest, her still beating heart hitting the ground in front of her and bursting into flame in a conflagration of pain and glory. She falls flat on her face and bursts into flame, immolating within moments. Unfortunately, you, from your vantage point, note that as soon as she dies and her heart begins catching on fire, the glowing red eyes of Mecha Hallister begin opening.
Red. Red.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't jump on top of this thing.
The screeching of metal comes to life as it begins trying to sit up. What do you do?
We've got a problem.
We are out of initiative for the moment, with the exception of this pesky. Well, no, you killed the Mephit, so without the Mephit, you are out of initiative.
So we were looking for keys. What was that for again? No.
There was a room.
What's that mechanical sound that I'm hearing? I can't see it anymore.
So, as the guy standing on the stomach of Mecha Hallister, have I noticed him starting to move yet?
Yep. You definitely feel it starting to shift under your feet. Give me a dexterity save.
All right.
Do we
You
want
can
to
do this.
run?
Dex save. I've got. Oh, that's fantastic. That would be. Well, I guess it is fantastic with my Dex modifier. Save would be. It's a natural 3 plus 9. So 12.
12 is enough. You almost lose yourself, but nope, you're fine. You catch yourself and you go, oh, maybe I should get down. And you guys begin charging out of the room to the east.
Leaving. Run away.
To the east.
Which way are we going out of the room? Okay, that way. Okay.
Right past the immolation of Ambrosia.
Nope.
I wouldn't mind stopping for a quick second and see if I can root through her belongings, see if I can find something.
Let's nope the nope right out here.
I will give you an investigation.
All right, this is gonna go over fantastic. Let me tell you.
Investigate under pressure.
Natural 1.
Yeah. As
Plus
you're
the 0,
rooting
plus
through
0.
the corpse, you catch on fire.
Oh God.
And you leave 20 gold in her pocket.
The gold that was in your pockets melts from the heat of her flames and actually
One
burns
giant
free of your
gold.
clothing.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Everything,
Alright,
everything. This is suddenly a very bad idea. Oh no.
Oh, this was a
Okay.
mistake.
You're now coated in gold. This is now an Austin Powers movie.
Oh.
I love
So
gold.
the room you're in is currently like a bunch of jars and spell component drawers, and it begins igniting. And you see as sparklers start going off and other things start shooting across the room like bottle rockets, and other things go up in big puffs of black and purple smoke.
Well, because I learned my lesson from the last time I looked at something, I'm just gonna walk towards the door and just kind of real fast, and I'm gonna exit.
So everybody roll me an insight.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
I've got 14.
20.
30.
Nice.
30.
Natural 1 plus 10, so 11.
Okay, so 30 takes it. Yeah, something just like prods you in the back of the head violently that you need to go north, and you need to go north now.
Me in bat form is flying that direction. It's like
Spider-Man, follow Batman.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Marvel, they shall not meet, and yet.
I'm reaching out to Bunny and I'm grabbing her shoulder. I'm like, lead the way, because I'm
Alright, come on, Han.
unfortunately blind.
Come on, Han. Wrong voice.
I'm gonna pull out an arrow and just prep it, and I'm gonna kind of follow, like facing the room that we just left from, holding up the rear, and then following behind everybody else.
Okay. So you come north in this hallway, and you see an enormous double door in front of you, and you see Hickman slamming into it like a fly against an open window.
I will try to open the door.
Actually, the door opens relatively easy. And as you make your way into the room, across the way, you see hold on. Well, that's no fun. There we go. All right. So across the room from you, you see a No artwork, really? No artwork. Come on. Guys. I thought there was art for this. I'm pretty sure there was.
I guess we weren't supposed to kill that one.
Okay. So across the room from you, there are two pillars in the corners, or three pillars in the corners of the rooms. The tapestry that hangs from the ceiling across the way is huge, sickly purple tapestry hanging in tatters on the western wall, sort of undulates and moves of its own accord. The surface is covered with 11 unblinking eyes, one large central eye and 10 small peripheral eyes. To the southeast corner of the room, there is a crystal door. It stands closed. Beyond the door is a small, well-lit chamber, bright light shining down from the ceiling. On each of the pillars, there is a silver knob pointing toward the center of the room. Let's see. All right. On the floor, in the bottom of the room with the glass door, there is a small drain.
I fly down that drain.
The door is closed currently, but on your way over to it, you note that there is a panel on the wall next to it. There are 4 buttons in a diamond shape. The top button is engraved with an arrow pointing up. The bottom button with an arrow pointing down. The left button with a tiny human stick figure. And to the right is a larger human stick figure.
Ooh.
I like these buttons are heightist, and it's an 8-foot tall Furbolg. I'm a little offended.
The chamber beyond is quite large.
Big button.
As a currently tiny bat, I want to try and press one of the buttons.
Run into the tiny button.
Okay. Which button do you press?
I'm going to try and attempt to press the big button, the one that's the big stick figure.
Okay. Let me see.
If you want me to roll a strength check for a bat, I can do that for you.
No, the buttons move easily. Not a problem whatsoever.
This is either going to be a shower, a sauna, or an acid bath. So, I'm going to go with shower. Is this better?
Oh, wait. I'm remembering something.
Oh,
Something about curtains and keys.
when you say that,
There's
as
a beholder sees all or something like that.
as you look at the grate in the middle of the floor, you note lying upon it, there is a mithril key with the shape of a J with a loop at the top.
Oh, yeah,
That's in the small room?
In the small room.
was like, it's already been defeated, maybe, but who defeated it? Why was there a key? I remember there was questions.
It was telepathy. I can't say this because I'm a bat, and I'm staying as a bat. But it was like to do with curtains and keys, beholders, telepathy, the something fall, and the sees all. Something sees all.
Yeah, the beholder sees all.
So what do y'all talk about in there? Do I need to come in there? Because I'm still out here in the hall.
There was like some riddles.
While you were asleep, the Rakshasa, well, I wouldn't call him a Rakshasa, our contact, Alistair, he gave us some information. And so far it's helped us find 4 keys. We need 2 more. There's one right there.
There's something about a beholder, and that curtain's got eyes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't that a beholder right there on those curtains?
So the riddle was, of curtains and keys the beholder will see. His story is hidden by telepathy. The bigger the fool, the faster he fall. Behind glass doors, the curtain sees all.
As a bat, can I check behind the curtain, behind the tapestry?
You can.
Do you want me to roll anything, or?
No, you can just fly over there and take a look up over the top of it.
Yeah. Do I see anything?
Roll me an investigation.
Is Nezrin still blinded, by the way?
No.
Okay.
That's a 33.
Yeah, you can actually very easily tell that there is a secret behind that curtain.
What is the secret?
A door. A secret door.
How big is the door?
About 10 feet wide.
Big door.
You can see the
Do
map, right?
Yeah. Do I see any way of opening it? Or
Let's see. I don't think so.
You said that when we were sleeping, there was a puzzle that said something about the faster the fool, the faster you fall. So let's just,
The bigger the fool, the faster he fall.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
So like, there's a big button and then there's a down button.
can I fly headfirst into the big button?
Yes.
Okay. I fly headfirst into the big button. Does it do anything?
The light inside, and it shines down this like holy beam of white light onto the key, and nothing happens.
Is the light still on?
It turns off after a few moments.
Faster forward.
Hadar would check where he saw him flying around the door.
Ren's gonna go ahead and take a glander at the north side of the room between these 2 little pillars, see if he sees anything up that way.
Okay. There's on the stream you can see that there's a pin there, but otherwise it's just a wall. That's just DM notes for the room.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm not even looking at that. I'm just looking at it from I don't see anything. There's no like engravings or marks on the wall or on the are those just standard stone?
There are silver knobs on each of the pillars.
And the arrows were pointing towards the center?
They're not arrows, they're just knobs on each of the pillars, and the knobs all point towards the center of the room.
Okay.
And what's in the center of the room? Nothing?
Nothing but the tapestry that is sort of flitting in a non-existent wind.
Can you describe the eyes on the tapestry again, please?
Sure, they are unclosing eyes, and they appear... as you look into them deeper and deeper, you see a malign intelligence that appears to be looking back at you.
I see you, Alistair. But there's 11 of them. Were they different sizes or something?
There's one large central eye and 10
okay.
around it.
Okay, so it's
Tapestry is the beholder.
Got it.
Can I fly in front of the tapestry and try and do what I did last week telepathically and talk to the tapestry?
Do you have telepathy?
No, but I'm going to think really hard.
You flap,
and hope
you
that tapestry has telepathy.
I'm gonna pull an arrow. I'm gonna shoot one of the eyes.
Oh god.
roll an attack. Tim, you hear nothing. You flap really hard, almost have an aneurysm.
That's 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh god. Hadar's gonna push the up arrow.
Anything happen when I attack it, or just hits tapestry?
You have to roll damage.
Oh, 3 plus 4 is 7 points of damage.
So the arrow leaves a nasty rent in it, which begins oozing black blood.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Wait, do we have access to the key then, or is it behind a glass wall? Is that what I heard?
It's on the floor behind a glass door. I mean, a crystal door. You can open the door.
Okay,
Oh.
well, I'm gonna go open the door then.
Okay, the door
Oh,
opens
wait.
without effort.
No wait. What? Oh.
Be right behind her.
I'm gonna walk over to the eye while she's doing that and kind of inspect the black ooze. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna kind of inspect it.
Oh god.
Okay, so
Okay.
I walked in this little room right here. That's where the key is.
It's on the floor in there.
Oh no!
Well, I'm gonna pick it.
I don't think
I'll
we
pick
should
it up.
go in there.
So as you pick it up, the door closes behind you.
Oh no!
Wait,
I was trying not to let her in there, but that's okay.
wait.
She-
So did Bunny make it in before the door shut, or is it
I
just
was
me?
standing in the doorway.
So as the door shuts, it
front of-
sort of tries to sweep you into the room. Roll me a dex check to see if you make it in the room or out of the room. Unless you'd like to just be in the room.
I'll leave it up to fate, I guess. 11 plus 3, 14.
That's enough. It does knock you to the floor outside as you're trying to get out of the way, but you do not end up in the room. Just
I know.
Nesrin. Nesrin,
Okay,
you
do
are
I
in the
see
room.
anything happening?
You can see out through the crystal door very clearly.
Okay.
The room smells faintly of ozone.
Hadar runs over to the buttons and pushes the small person.
This small person. Okay.
Small.
Well, I need.
Oh god.
I need a Constitution saving throw, unless you are willing, from Nesrin.
Be willing, be willing, be willing.
Constitution saving throw unless I'm willing.
Yep.
Be willing, be willing, be willing.
You just allow it to happen, or you can try to fight whatever's.
You know,
Do it.
I'll be willing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna just look around and be like, let's give it a minute, see what happens here.
Oh no.
Famous
Oh,
last
no.
words.
This can only go.
Yeah, a mishap actually occurs, possibly a malfunction.
Oh no!
It was going to reduce you, and you are half reduced, half not reduced, and you suffer 8d10 points of force damage.
Oh god.
8d10.
That's gonna hurt.
It is 44 points of damage on average.
44.
44 points of damage. Force damage.
Oh god.
Just so I know, what's half been reduced and what's half the same size?
Let's say it's her legs that have been shrunken, but her upper torso and everything has not.
Oh,
Just because that's the
So-
funny way around.
So
okay.
she's eating this then.
Yes.
So that button does stuff if you're in that room.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
I'm just hands on the glass, be like, I'm not gonna do that again.
All right, seeing all this going on, I'm still inspecting that black tar ooze from the eye.
All right. What are you doing to perform your investigation?
Looking at it, kind of sniffing it, but not touching it. I might pick up like I think I have something in my inventory. Hang on. Equipment. I actually have a. I actually have a pair of manacles and a steel mirror, so I'm gonna actually take the manacles out and kind of like dip the manacle into the tar-y stuff and see what happens to the iron.
Nothing seems to happen immediately, but after a moment of doing this, you hear a keening, a terrible, terrible whining, threatening, pleading voice, switching between tactics in an emotional language that you don't need words to describe. And then, out of this need, you hear in your head, "Set me free, and I shall promise you treasures beyond your wildest dreams."
And that's in my head.
Yes. Well, I mean, you hear it.
I look around at the group. Do they seem to respond to that?
Nobody else is giving any form of response.
All right.
Except for Nezrin, who is freaking the F out. And so we will come back to that in a moment here.
Flipping through a book like that.
Yes. Okay.
I've got an ability called Eye for Detail, which I can use to make an investigation check gives me, well, that's only on like turns, but it gives me bonus action to investigate check to uncover or decipher clues. Is there any way I could perhaps investigate the buttons to work out a way to free Nezrin and see what the buttons actually do?
Well, there's a grate on the floor, and I was thinking maybe if she was small, she could crawl out through the grate.
Possibly. Can I fly through the grate?
The grate is like a sewer grate in the bottom. It's not a whole lot of it's very, very small holes.
I'm a tiny
but
bat.
roll me your investigation.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's a 9.
No. You're fairly sure that that this thing was created with traps in mind, and you have no idea how it works.
All right, plan B, I fly down the grate.
You're not. So the grate is inside the room where the
it's at
key
that room,
was.
okay.
Yeah.
And there's nothing inside the room other than me and the key and the grate.
And this like sort of glowing sphere up in the ceiling.
I'm gonna try to force the door open.
Okay. Roll me. Well, in fact, the book specifically says that you can't force it.
Okay.
So you try and you try and you try, but it will not move.
Can the knobs on the pillars, can they move?
Nobody's touched any of them yet.
Can I go and fly into one of the knobs to see if it moves in?
What?
As
Do you want me to turn this?
As you fly into the knob, the moment you make contact with it, you and the knob are gone. Now, Hickman, to your perception, you see yourself in a different room. No idea where you are.
Okay. Am I still in bat form?
Yes, you are. And to everybody else, both Tim and the handle are gone.
Damn it! So all I had to do was hit a knob? No.
It's to us, both Hickman and what are gone? The knob.
Yeah, the knob that Hickman flew into and Hickman.
They just disappeared.
They just like puff of smoke.
Well,
So-
now where the hell did they go?
I don't know how like magical this door is. Can I do a mass cure wounds, and anyone on this side that needs some healing can stand fairly close to the door so we get inside and outside heals?
Yes, please.
I mean, you're not here anymore.
Oh, I'm here. I was just up at the top of the room. I'm coming back down.
Which one are you? Okay.
Rin.
Yeah, because like it's the 30 feet for mass cure wounds. 30
We
feet.
have to figure out how to get Nezrin out of there.
I mean, I'm trying to keep her alive for the minute.
All right.
Can they hear me outside through the glass, or am I like muffled behind there?
No, they can hear you perfectly. It does not impede sound at all.
Okay.
Does it affect holy light being cast in a sphere?
Okay. Thank you, Bunny.
All right.
So you cast your heal. Everybody take your points.
It's
I'm gonna
gains hit points equal to 3d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 5.
Do you roll that for us then?
I assume so. Where's my d8?
DM, while she's casting her healing, I would like to cast Knock on the glass door.
And DM, I'm gonna think in my head how to what I was just told through my conversation.
Okay. As you cast knock, the door goes upwards.
Oh, and I dive out. I dive out with the key.
You dive out with the key on your tiny little legs
Everyone take.
and turn around and realize all of your lower body gear is still in the room.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Everyone get 16 hit points.
I'm playing. No, your gear is shrunken with you. Comedic effect. Sorry.
When I get healed, do I sprout back up at all, or am I just still?
That
short?
is going to take a. Well, any wizards in the party guess how you undo transmutation spells?
Spell magic, possibly.
Or transmutation.
Yeah.
More transmutation. Hey, what is Arcturia known for?
Oh, you know what?
Do you know transmutation?
Look at Hadar's back.
Yeah.
Well,
everyone,
Nezrin, what we could do is put you back in there, shrink the other half of you, and that way you can be a tiny Nezrin, and I can put you on my arrows, or we can like shoot you at stuff, and you can like fire down fireballs on the way.
But I'm like nice and short now, where I can go in between mecha guys' legs and stuff. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, he was pretty big.
Run
Everyone
with it
there's-
at a medium walking pace.
Everyone healed 16, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, and
I got the key. I got the
Rin,
key.
you have successfully gotten the key. Rin, you hear in the back of your mind now, as it is apparent, something is speaking to you telepathically. Change me back.
I say to myself, I say out loud, "Oh, sorry, I can't. I pull another arrow and shoot another eye."
Roll the hit.
9 plus 13 is 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
4 plus 4 is 8 damage.
The curtain turns a shade of gray, fades to black, turns to ash, and dissipates. You gain 0 experience for slaying a beholder in this form, unfortunately.
Aw.
But don't worry, you will never regret not taking up that beholder on its promise of riches.
Something about aberrations and giant beholders I don't care for, so that's okay.
I'm sure it's totally trustworthy. I mean, after all, look what the Rakshasa did for you.
Where the hell is Hickman? How are we gonna get him back?
So we can now fully see the door behind that tapestry, though, right?
Yeah, it's a secret door. Absolutely.
Is there a thing for the key?
I mean, do we know the secret door's there? Because Tim's the one that did it, and he couldn't talk.
I was occupied talking to a beholder in my head, so I did not see what he
Oh,
did.
but if the
Oh,
curtain-
no, it is still a secret door, and Tim is the only one who does know about it. So your characters do not know about it, actually.
But did the curtain disintegrate, revealing the door to us, though?
So the door is actually hidden,
a
not
hidden
just by the
door.
curtain, but it's a hidden door.
I have a passive perception of 16 and a passive investigation of 17. Does that help at all?
I have a passive perception of
Negative. It is actually a DC 20.
20.
I have a passive perception of 20.
Oh, then you can see it plain as day.
Okay. Hey, there's a door over there.
Everybody roll I want to say intuition, an insight check for me.
We need to
Insight.
get that key back into that other room there, but oh, I actually rolled a 15. Woohoo! 16 for my insight.
24.
I'm assuming I'm not rolling.
3.
12.
So that 23, was that the highest?
24.
24. Yeah, so you feel a pull deep within your chest, like a lost love and longing that is somewhat akin to your goddess, but Lathander, God,
Thunder.
pulling you southeast, actually.
I don't know. Like, I feel like we should go that way, pointing away from the door, southeast. Like, I feel
Hadar,
like-
Hadar. Okay, this is a tradition from before. Hadar just starts calling out, "Hickman, Hickman, where are you?"
I start walking southeasterly.
Hickman, you hear Hadar calling for you.
God damn it.
But you can't open the door.
I
Only-
drop bat form.
Really had
And now you drop bat form. Okay. I was wondering if that was ever going to happen. Where is your character? Here you are. You are in this room here.
Okie dokie.
It appears to be a deep, grungy cell. Sorry, wrong room. It's actually this one here. No, wait, where the heck am I? It's one of these four. No, it was that room. I was right. Okay. All right. In the middle of the room, there is a shoe. Nothing more than a shoe. The door
Porky.
on the other
I'm-
side of the
I'm-
shoe.
I'm gonna pick up that shoe
Oh,
because you never know. You never know.
Is it a
'Cause
porky?
I've been talking to statues.
It could be.
So I'm gonna take this
it could
shoe.
be- It could be half of a pair of boots of Elvenkind, so you never know.
Or the shoe is some mystical magician.
so as you pick it up, a scorpion comes crawling out across the back of your hand.
It's a
Hello.
mimic. Kill it.
Hello, little lad. How are you?
It
Oh, you're
stares
lovely.
at you menacingly.
I'll stare menacingly back at it.
It pinchers up in the air and just
Give it a
sort of like, but makes no move to attack you.
Roll an
Now-
intimidation check against
Now,
this.
are we gonna be friends? Are we gonna be friends, little lad?
Hickman, where are you?
Hang
It-
on. Talking to the scorpion. Hang on.
Another conversation.
Give me just 1 minute. Hang on. Hadar, I'm in here. Right. Are we gonna be friends now, lad? Are we gonna be friends now?
It might not be a good idea to scream when we're trying to be stealthy.
It reaches its claws to Chilla up at you and begins trying to pinch at your fingers.
No. We're gonna be good. Are we gonna behave?
It's starting to like put its finger out towards you.
It's a tiny scorpion.
Turns around and climbs back into the shoe.
I'll put the shoe in my pocket and bring it with me. I'll take you somewhere. Don't worry, lad. Right. I'm gonna check that door now.
The door is unlocked.
I'm walking through.
Yep. And outside you can hear the voice of Hadar calling for you and quickly make your way. Jen, Bunny, you feel a pull towards this large door to the south of the room.
Here.
I'm gonna
Mm,
follow.
yes.
This one. I feel like we should go this way.
No, not that one, not that one. Sorry, the double door. The double door.
Oh, this door.
This door, yeah.
I feel like this is the way we should go.
Yes, friends. I mean, we're almost there. There's only one more key.
I mean,
What's the last riddle again?
it's this. It was the one with the older head. You know, not the older.
No,
the
no.
mind flayer.
Oh, great.
Illithid. They're called
Illithid.
Illithid.
Oh,
Well,
great.
whatever the tentacly guys are called, we're going after
Right.
them next.
I mean,
Yes.
is everybody holding on to their butts?
There is a mind flayer engraved into this door.
Oh, we're in the right place then. I walk in.
The door opens wide before you, and inside of this room there is a table, and upon the table there is the head of an illithid with its
That's what we're
with
looking
its
for.
skull splayed open, pinned to the sides, the brain liquefying inside of the skull. The ceiling overhead is an enormous timekeeper. 4 pillars support the 20-foot high ceiling. An iron ring 20 feet in diameter is suspended from iron brackets affixed to the tops of the pillars so that it hangs parallel to the floor 20 feet below. Nested inside this ring is a circular iron disc of slightly smaller diameter with a symbol of the sun embossed on one side, the downward-facing side currently. Directly, we're not going to read that part because I'm not going to put any spoilers out there, but nestled in the alcoves on both sides of the room are 2 life-size statues of illithid wizards, their faces obscured under stony cowls and their arms raised toward the iron disc, and their noodly appendages coming out from below their robes.
Right.
Hickman, are you gonna talk to the statues?
I am going to do that, but first, I'm going to pick up the illithid head from the table and hold it in my hand. And as I go towards the statue, I'll lift up the illithid head and go, "Is this my friend I see before me?"
You're speaking to the
I'm speaking to the head while speaking to the statue while holding the head up in the air. Like,
the smell is quite overwhelming. No response.
right, can I root around in the head?
Yes, as you dig your hand into the back of the skull, you reach in and you find something hard. It's cylindrical, jagged on one end, and made of metal. But as you attempt to pull it out, it's stuck on the skull.
That's rather repulsive.
Hang
What
on,
are you doing?
Alright, so I'm going to let go of it one hand with my hand holding on to the bit that's not thinking, just like swing the head around like that. So I can go,
The tentacles are
there's
flying,
something-
throwing spatter of gore everywhere.
Right, there's something in here that's not coming out.
Its brains were probably in there. I mean,
There's something hard and metal and jagged in here, so I think if we can get this out, that could help.
Gentlemen, have you ever seen, there's a trap for raccoons?
It looks like he's got his hand stuck in a pickle jar.
In a jar or in a log or something, and then they will not let go of it, and then they're trapped in there, and then they die. Usually it's starvation.
So
Perhaps
this
you
guy's
can
new.
let go of it, and we can try to get the skull in pieces rather than pull it out directly. I'm sure. Does anyone have a big hammer? I have a giant mace. I
Right.
should know that.
Okay, how about this? I hold it down on the table so it don't fly anywhere, and you hit the hand. You hit the head.
I'm gonna
She'll
say
hit
you
your
should probably
hand.
put your hand
That's
out.
fine. That's fine. We've got another guy who can shoot arrows. I can just hold it.
Hickman, wiggle your fingers. Do the tentacles move?
I wave my fingers to you.
They do now.
Right, there you go. Right, here you go. I'm holding it. You
Oh,
smash it.
gosh.
We'll be grand.
oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna talk to you out of this, am I?
No, just do it. Just do it, lass.
I guess I'm gonna hit it with my mace of disruption.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no.
That's the
Slam
weakest
away. Roll
I can
attack.
do.
I'm
My
gonna
mace
see-
is actually super freaking weak compared to everything else I can do. That's why I never use it. Where is my? That's the initiative. I don't do regular attacks a lot. What am I? Oh, plus 8. 13 plus 8.
Yeah.
Skull?
I think a 21 will hit. You slam the Mace of Disruption down upon the head of this Illithid, which begins disintegrating the moment it comes under force from this mace. Necrotic damage is nasty. It begins flaking away in ashes immediately. And
Yeah, my Mace of Disruption does radiant damage. So does that...
that's
go
not really a
against
Mace of
anyone?
Disruption, then, is it?
It-
Okay.
it's
It
Concept
begins
against construct.
disassembling the molecules of this Illithid's head, letting out little sparks of light one at a time until it looks like a glowing ball of pink sun.
All right, Thanos.
Hickman's hand begins taking oven-type damage
Aw.
for being inside. It's now right around maybe 18,000 degrees inside of this thing. As it's fusion. I mean, that's just how it works.
I mean, I tried.
And the key is melted, a pile of slag on the table. No, I'm just kidding. Amid the ash and ruin of this Illithid's head, there is a nice shiny key sitting on the table.
Hey, we got it now.
It is shaped like an inverted U on the end of it.
Bunny just invented Gallagher's.
Heads and
I
maces.
hope you wore your plastic bags.
Even better. There we go.
You now have all 6 keys.
Quick, let's go.
As we're going, I'm going to talk to the statue quickly and go, thank you so much for that. You know, this clue was a lot easier. Thank
As
you
you're
so much.
talking to the statue, it dawns on you there's another statue elsewhere within this level, and the floor suddenly shudders.
Oh no, I forgot about him.
What?
I didn't. I was trying to move quickly. That's why I
And
didn't
the-
argue that I'm not going to hit
The
your head.
door suddenly shudders again, and rock dust falls from the ceiling around the edges of the room.
We're running. Let's go.
Oh, that was that statue. Right. Yeah, let's go.
Mecha Hallister? What?
that little one. Let's go.
So, you follow your intuition, running all of you southerly direction back towards the Rakshasa's chambers, through various cool chambers and hallways that I'm going to fail to narrate in the invent and in the speed of the season here. It is the time to move, and we are in fact coming up on time for the third and final episode. So you make it into the chamber. There is one key fused to the wall into the westernmost alcove.
How many?
The other 5 keys match the other 5 alcoves, each of them with a mithril plated groove in the back of it that you can place a key into.
All right,
Let's
there's
say there are
5
5
keys.
of us.
And 5. Yes, we're thinking on the same level. Here we go.
Let's
Hand
do
out
it.
the keys.
Are we doing it on? Are we doing it all at different times, or all at the same time? On one, on three?
I feel like we gotta do it all at the same time. We gotta.
Right. Are we right? Are we doing this on 3? Like, are we doing 1, 2, 3 in? Or are we
Turn.
doing 1, 2, 3? Or
1, 2, 3, and go, or 1,
Yeah.
2, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3? Right. Yes. But is it that 1, 2, 3 and go, or 1, 2, 3 go at the same time?
So
Everybody
one,
go and go.
1, 2, go.
No.
1, 2, 3, go on
Go.
4.
Alright, screw it. Let's just do it.
Let's do it on 4.
Yeah.
So doing it on 1, 2, 3, 4, or
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2,
go.
3 in.
No.
1, 2, 3 in.
Yes.
Oh, Nesrin makes it into the room just in time. As you all slam your keys into these mithril locks around the room, they immediately begin glowing yellow. Hickman, just a moment later than everybody else, but there seems to be no real major effect at the moment. But as they all glow yellow and fuse into them, you feel an intense offness. Something seems out of phase.
Something feels out of phase.
What's phase?
And there's this low vibration that starts out. And then it picks up a tempo and sort of rises into a crescendo that is deafening, and then rises out of your audible range. And suddenly everything is silent and you can't hear each other, and everybody starts to see double. And just like that, everything is back to normal. Still and silent. The keys clatter and fall to the floor.
Is that supposed to happen?
Do you want me to go out and see what's out there?
I mean,
You lot stay here. I'll be back in a minute.
No, don't go anywhere on your
like,
own.
I feel like splitting the party's a bad idea.
No. You
We're
stay.
all following Hickman.
We're all following. We're not letting saunter. Bunny saunters.
And with that, Rin changes form, turns into Alistair. Cha 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 cha. Kidding.
It was you all along.
Right.
Yeah, so let's go to the hallway and see what's going on.
Yeah. What's in the corridor?
Nothing. As far as the eye can see,
How about how
in
far
any
the-
direction. Except for the room you just came out of, there's a doorway. In fact, as you go to step out of the room, you realize there's no floor outside. There's
Oh,
simply a declining pedestal below you and above you. Like you're in the middle of a stalagmite-stalactite combination. As you step out and catch yourself, a rock skitters, and after a few moments you hear it hit something far, far below.
Right.
And there is nothing in any direction as far as the eye can see into the darkness.
Well, now we don't have to worry about
hell?
the giant neck. Personally.
I have a plan.
Watch that first step.
Yeah,
It's a
Is this some kind of, breathe on the lion's head and you shall walk the righteous path kind of thing?
Let's not try that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I
It's a
just want to
leap
put
of
out there that
faith.
my first impression of Hickman has been him putting his hand inside an illithid's head and
Oh, that's a
wiggling
point.
the tentacles
I
around.
wasn't going to
Yeah.
say anything,
Hi,
but
I'm-
yeah.
Hi, I'm Hickman. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was nice to meet you too because you kind of helped me escape, but yeah.
No, I'm shaking you with the hand that wasn't inside an elevator.
All right. So Hadar's gonna crawl out and up and see what, go around. Are we in a column?
You are in a bulbous portion of a column, and you're realizing from the faint ozone scent in the air and the smell of burnt sulfur that this was a weapon of mass disintegration.
Oh no.
There's no rock, no beings, no bodies, no mecha Hallister. There is nothing within the sphere of influence of this device, and the only thing that seems to have survived it is that which was shielded by Mithril. And that is where we are going to end Arcturiadoom level 14 of Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
No!
Oh, shit.
What have we done?
I just had an idea of how to get out of this mess.
I
You
mean, we
have
were 14
destroyed Arcturiadoom. There is no more Arcturiadoom.
We now have a mass weapon of destruction.
Or did we just destroy the entire world and this is all that's left of the world?
I think we just destroyed everything.
Well, we did hear the rock hit the ground somewhere down there. So there was probably a sphere of, a massive sphere around us. So.
I mean, we're left, so that's a
On the
plus.
and whatever's
Hopefully
mithril,
Baldur's Gate is still up there somewhere.
and whatever mithril.
Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Baldur's Gate. I mean,
Yeah, Baldur's Gate's
Yep.
definitely up there somewhere.
Waterdeep. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, I have.
And
Weapon of mass teleportation.
and
Yes,
whatever mithril.
Hopefully Waterdeep is up
yes,
And
yes.
whatever
Waterdeep.
mithril's there, it survived as well. So we've got a cache of mithril we can see.
there.
Except, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense because everything in Undermountain here is supposed to remain indestructible. within the dungeon of the Mad Mage. And you feel the heat and the glow from below as it begins becoming molten lava and refilling to the surface.
Back inside.
Which is where we fade to black for this 3-arc series of Arcturiadoom.
I would play in the one where everything dies.
What? I mean, nobody's dead. You just have to create a crafty narrative in how your character escapes this void of a mile in every direction and filling up with lava underneath you.
It's great. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, friends.
Well, it's fire. It's fine. Dog means a lot more now.
Actually, after about 3 days worth of cooling, the dungeon reforms around you out of molten rock and cools enough to where you can find your way out of the dungeon level and back to the city above.
But we spent 3 days bonding.
On the bright side, we destroyed McAllister.
Yes.
Those assholes that took your money in the beginning of the dungeon. That's unfortunate, though.
But I'm afraid I killed my friends too. They were down here somewhere.
Where's
Hadar
Alistair?
still got his legs? Has Hadar still got his legs?
I think so.
Of course Hadar's got his legs.
I mean, and Christy still barely has hers.
Yeah.
You know, Hadar,
That's
you should
right.
really lend a
I'm
few
still really
legs
short.
over to poor Nezrin.
I know. We're gonna graft some on her or something.
I think between the two
I'll
of
just
you,
hop
you've
on
got a
your
drow.
Bunny's whole goal.
Can her legs even support her upper body's weight? That's my question. Are they like?
Oh, easily. Definitely.
Bunny's whole goal in this entire escapade into the dungeons was to bring light. I mean, I assume there was the light that happened when everything got destroyed, so...
You were my light, Bunny.
All right, so we're going to go around and we're going to do a quick shout out to who everybody is and where we can find you. And that will be the end of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage level 14 Arcturiadoom Extravaganza. Okay, so we'll start at the top left with Nezrin. Christy, tell us about you and where we can find you.
Hi, I'm Christy. I'm Polish Christy on Twitter, on Twitch, Instagram. You'll find me all there, and I'm a mom. I like to game. This is my new foray is D&D. I fell in love with it, and come find me. Let's have some fun.
You did a great job.
Variant roles. We love new players. Come join us. We will put you on a stream and we will get you used to being there.
I can't get the giddy look off my face every time I play. So if I'll try to play like a dark character, and the whole time I'm like, yeah, she's really upset.
Come play D&D with us. We'll help you destroy the world.
Seems legit. I've not seen any other outcome. Am I a DM that destroys worlds?
No,
It's
just
better
your
be
players
the
destroy them.
TPK DM, right?
Yep.
Okay, next.
Technically, it was us, not you. So you're off. the
Oh,
hook.
You just gave us the tools and we destroyed it.
You
I
build
mean-
it, we'll knock it down.
nobody asked what the keys were going to unlock.
That's true.
Didn't we?
We didn't really question it. We're just like, oh yeah.
It's been a long
Yeah,
time.
Rockshaw's is totally lawful good.
The deal was that it was going to stop Mecha Hallister from destroying the city above.
I mean,
And
he
it
didn't
did.
lie.
And all you had to do was enter into a blood contract with a demon. And set him free.
A well-written blood contract.
Yes, a very well written blood contract.
Do you think
Totally
Nelson
lawful good.
got out in time? Or did we annihilate him as well?
Alistair? I think he got out of there before you got the first key.
Yeah.
So,
Who's next?
next is going to be Tim. Tell us about Hickman and where we can find you on the
Hey.
internet.
I'm Tim at Anonmoth on all things on the social interwebs and stuff like that. I tweet about random things and yeah, just lots of random things. Last week has been definitely a lot of random out of left field things. Yeah, you can find me on Fridays, 1 p.m. Central Time. I don't know American time zones yet. I'm learning them. On Encounter Roleplay, where I'm playing a wizard named Jerome, who just makes as bad decisions as bad as Hickman. And then you'll find me again this Saturday here doing level on Variant Roles, doing level 21 of the Mad Mage, where I'm playing a Minotaur who also did touch something and now got cursed by something. So, if anything we can learn is that I have characters that do not learn about touching things first. They just touch things and bad things happen. I haven't learned this yet. But yeah, and yeah, that's it.
I mean, if you touch the stove and you get burned, yeah, you're learning from it and you grow. If you touch the stove and you're immolated to nothing but ash, and your next character is not going to learn.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
Or 3 banshees scream in a row.
Yeah, that was...
All right, next, Gregory Festo, tell us, Hadar, tell us about Gregory.
Yes. Hadar, yeah, Gregory Festo on Twitter and Facebook, I suppose, and then 1N20DND on YouTube and Instagram. I do a daily vlog about D&D and RPGs, and I will certainly be talking about this tomorrow. I undoubtedly will have much to say, mostly about how awesome Corey was as our DM and guide through this.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. If you haven't checked him out, seriously, go and check out his daily vlogs. They're informative, and they give a great insight into the mind of a madman. I mean, into the mind of a player of D&D.
Subscribe to that channel.
I resemble that remark.
1N20 D&D over on YouTube. Okay, Rin.
All right, so I go by Loxley here on Twitch. I do old school SNES streaming, speedruns, randomizers, and stuff on Twitch. I'm also a freelance miniature painter, so you can find me on Etsy. My Twitter is usually following around at GSD Paint. That's where you can see all my works in progress and my finished works and stuff like that. I always post and try to contribute where I can and when I can. So, yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a lot of great fun.
Been great. I haven't gotten a chance to play with you in almost a little over a year, actually.
Yeah.
So it's been great having you on. I'm not last. DM Corey, you can find me at DM Corey on pretty much all of the social medias. And I will be periodically streaming or hosting streams of other people on my Twitch at DM Corey. I haven't streamed there in quite a while, though. I need to get over there and do something. Maybe I'll get Loxley to teach me.
He's going in order.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'll get Loxley to teach me how to paint some minis, because I need some help. I've got all these awesome paints and brushes and everything else, and some minis to paint. I think I really need help with is you to teach me how the hell you find time to do it. Just holy crap. Oh, man. Okay, so next we have Christy. Nesrin, tell us about your character. I'm sorry. That would be Bunny. I'm sorry. Bottom right here versus bottom right there are 2 different things entirely. Sorry. Bunny, tell us about randomly generated.
So I'm Jen. I'm randomly generated here on Twitch and around the internet, except on Twitter I'm randomly Jen, because character limits. I'm a Twitch affiliate and variety streamer. I stream 4 or 5 days a week, usually around noon Central Time. In the month of June, I'm going to be doing some stuff with Midboss for Pride Month. During May, I was doing some charity streams for Rise Above the Disorder, mental health stuff. We play all sorts of stuff, RPGs of various types, point and clicks, simulation, the whole shaboodle. We have a good time. Just a nice, relaxed community. Come hang out. We'll have ourselves a good time. And super fun to do this. Thanks so much for running it, Corey. It was great.
Thanks, everyone, for being here. This was, I think this is my last Variant Roles Dungeon of the Mad Mage run. I did 2 different levels, and so this is my last one. Next thing I pick up, where I'm going to try and run something in Saltmarsh when we start doing that later this summer. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty stoked to do that. You can find me over on Encounter Roleplay. I didn't mention that. I also do some streaming over there. So, that's what I got, guys. Wow. Can you believe that was only 3 weeks?
Yeah, we
That
got
was
much.
I'll game with you guys anytime. Hit me up. You want to? I'll put out applications for games that I'm running, and if I see you guys are opening something up, I'll definitely put in an application. You guys have been great, and thank you very much to everyone out there who stuck with us through this 3-week stream and through Dungeon and Mad Mage in general. And we can't wait to see more. We're going to be finishing up with the final dungeon of the Mad Mage level, where somebody is going to take on Hallister Blackcloak, who will be played by none other than Hallister Blackcloak in person. If you've ever seen his RP, it's legit. Stay tuned for that. We'll have more details, and oh man, I can't wait to see that myself. I'm going to be watching. I'll be in the chat for that one. So if you guys see me there, I'll see you there. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. And
Bye.
Variant rolls out.
Thanks for a great game.